Namaste, Rajesh.
Namaskar, Vartika. Namaskar. Good morning.
Thank you for being on this online platform. And we have just started with Mindful Minutes in the podcast with GNIM. Thank you so much for accepting the invite.
Pleasure.
From working in an organization where we have just started, or you just started your career, and now to a leadership role, how your journey transformation was, and some turning points to your journey, because now it's almost 20 years and you are working in one of the big fives in the country. So how the transformation has been?
Thank you. Vartika, thanks for having me here. My professional journey, we talk about, so it spans close to almost 18 to 20 years now across various industries. I started with hospitality, hotel industry to be specific, then IT, healthcare, and now I'm working with the consulting. So I began my career handling core operations, which gave me a strong foundation, obviously, into the people process. Obviously, there are the various learning curves wherever I have worked with. So key turning point, if I need to recall, was moving into strategic HR business partner role, where I transitioned from supportive functions shaping to business outcomes. So that was one of the turning point in my career. And another, if I need to talk about, so another major inflection point was working closely with the leaders, and especially with the data analytic team and Gen AI team, etc. So this changed how I viewed HR. So this has been a complete transition or the turning point in my career. And today my focus is obviously to on enabling leaders, building future-ready talent, and ensuring that the technology scales, the human element remains central. So this is what my focus area is.
When we talk about generational change in the corporate world, so when we almost our generation have seen all changes, I think. So we have seen from shortlisting the resume on paper, and we had this digital platforms working for us. We had consulting partners working for us, and now AI is doing the talent acquisition role. So major changes did you observe in the past, I should say 5 to 6 years? The HR specific, like you talked about, you have worked as an HR VP and you worked in operations, but it has been a digital transformation and a major transformation when we talk about.
Yes. So the biggest shift which I would say I've seen is the more from job-based organization to skill-based organization. This is what the major change which I've seen now. So 10 years ago, stability and hierarchy matters more. Right. So today, agility, learning speed, and adaptability are very critical to talk about. So these are the major shifts. And now, obviously, AI coming into picture that has a serious impact on the overall process of resume shortlisting, profile shortlisting, etc. But I think AI is here to support us. So this is what my take is all about. And another change, again, if I need to recall, is the integration of technology, obviously, which we are talking about AI, and AI is helping us. And people now look for any kind of purpose, flexibility, inclusion, and growth, not just for a compensation. So this is also a major shift which we have seen into the newly talent. Finally, obviously the leadership itself has changed. Now the command and control style it's given way to, it has been replaced with the empathy, transparency, and collaboration. So this is the major shift which we have seen. AI is here, AI will support, and AI is going to remain here. But how we can fight with AI to make it as an assistant to us. So this is the only way, how we can sustain AI.
We are also, as a responsible business institute, we are including this AI academic content into our curriculum also. And so you have been a part of advisory boards in universities and Bschools. How we can align our curriculum so that it is more industry driven. When we talk about it as industry driven, it should be industry driven. It should not be only in prospectus or when talking about marketing terms. So how more can we, or what more can we do to align the curriculum with the industry people?
Yeah, this is a very good question, Vartika, and obviously this is in need of an hour as well. So now. So when we started, I'm sure when both of us kind of at the same time we would have started. So a degree earned that would pay for next 20 years. But this is not the scene now. So every year, every second year, we need to upscale ourselves. And this does not only apply with students. It applies equally as the professors or the teachers as well at the institution. They are, in this job. I would say, the teachers or the professor also, they also need to upskill themselves. Now, there's no more, PPT-led classrooms. So whatever students want to learn, They can just explore with a click of few buttons with AI. But what matters is, how real that education is, how real-time experience they are gaining. So my take would be, as we pay more serious attention to internship for students. So I think we should have a not really internship, but yes, the scalability program for professors as well, wherein they are getting the real-time exposure in the industry. If that can be done, obviously that will really help. But yes, involving direct industry leader, changing your curriculum based on the industry requirement. I think this is something which really plays a major role.
So engaging with students, giving them the best in the industry is important. But I really, appreciate this that when you, the people who will make change when you go in the class. So these are professors. So
Yes.
it's important to develop your professors also.
Absolutely, yes. It is equally important. Yes.
So sending on them to the platforms, maybe globally accepted platforms or national conferences or FTPs, that's important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When it comes to the hiring of the student, and you see like your team is hiring and you interact with so many budding managers or Gen Z, if you're talking about. So what gaps, you think that these gaps are there, and how these gaps we can manage? Because academically we are managing it, and we know that after 5 months or 6 months or maybe a year, they will be equipped maybe technically. But what are gaps you see that as a Bschool we can bridge the gap, and what are those gaps?
Yes, so Vartika, Gen Z, I think this is a more of a buzzword now, and everybody's talking about all this, the Gen Zs and all. So the only difference is, there's a way of working for everybody.
Correct.
Right. So years back, it used to be a different platform. It used to be a different pace. The organization used to grow, but now obviously the ask and the expectations are different. What we would focus on any of the student, or in case if we are hiring somebody, so we will look for the few of the core skills which we would focus on. The first would be learning agility, the ability to learn, unlearn, and adopt quickly. So I think this is something which plays a very important role. Students should not have in their mind, okay, I've done this degree, I think that will really suffice, that suffice before years to come. But this is not the fact now. Every now and then, every 6 months, every year, every 2 years, you need to unlearn whatever you have learned, and you need to pick up something else, and you need to see how quickly you can adopt in the new atmosphere or the environment where you're getting placed. Second, I would say ownership mindset. It is not only the people who are into job, people who are getting into their own business as well. So the sizable number of people who are passing out from the college and they are moving into their own journey, and they're writing their own story, and they are getting into their own business. Unless they have that ownership mindset, unless they are able to take the responsibility, think they are able to think beyond their role and act with accountability, I think these are something which plays a very important role in anybody's career. And in today's time, it is even more important because the competition, the pace is so high. Right. And the third would be authentic communication. The communication, when we talk about it, it's not only about speaking in English or in any of the regional language, but again, it is an ability to express their ideas clearly. So the person should be trained at a college level, like they should be able to express their ideas clearly. Not only expressing their ideas, but they should have an habit of listening actively and collaborate with the diverse stakeholders. So these all these skills which definitely we see a gap, and we would urge all the colleges to train students when they are they should be part of their curriculum rather, I would say.
So the emotional quotient or social emotional learning should be a part of the curriculum whenever we
Absolutely.
are. This session of social emotional learning is not only important for the school student nowadays. I think it is important for maybe graduate, postgraduate, every education, maybe every education module. It is important.
See, storytelling plays a very important role nowadays.
Correct.
Right. So there are companies who look for the people who are good at storytelling at the very senior level. So now I think this can also be one of the area wherein you should focus. How student can be trained in storytelling. It's talking about their own journey, talking about experiences, talking about the difficulties they have, talking about the expression of ideas. So these all should be part of your curriculum, because IT is something different, and all those the softer aspect that also plays a major role in anybody's career.
Rajesh, from your experience to the new generation, few PowerPoint suggestions where you can do, and because students are now on the urge of getting into the companies, or a few of them are working also. So, and sometimes I receive a call कि मैम बहुत pressure है, नहीं हो पा रहा, मैम छोड़ दें क्या? जॉब को. So
Yeah.
at some time हमारे बॉस ने बहुत डांटा. So few, because हम सबके साथ हुआ है, we have been a part of this, and however somehow we have recovered from all these things. So few power suggestions from your point.
What I think, yes, there are challenges across. So one, we should accept those challenges. Keep very open mindset, accept those challenges, and ask for help. This is what I would suggest. And you should be focused. You should spend some time. Having a mastery on your subject at least. So this is what I would suggest to all the students.
Thank you so much, Ajit. It was amazing listening to you. And I hope our faculty members, our faculty fraternity, and the students get benefit out of it. Hope to see you soon in the campus. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vartika.
Namaste.
Thank you.